But
Right.
um, there's obviously the 140 division is hot. You're a hot name, and it's constantly moving, bro. These belts are constantly just moving.
They move all
Um,
the time.
it's crazy. So where do we start with? As far as some of these guys that we have Richardson Hitchens now. He has a belt, right? He has the IBF belt. He's constantly looking for some big fights. Teofimo Lopez, a guy that a lot of people are saying, "What are you doing?" As far as why aren't you taking these fights that are being presented to yourself? You
Right.
just got Subriel Matias just took the WBC off of
Hmm.
Puello.
Hmm.
And Dalton Smith was also a guy that you were supposed to fight, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right?
They said it, but I was like, nah. And
No.
it makes they wanted me to go. They wanted me to go back over there to do it. I was like, nah, I'm not interested in that. Nah. But now if
Well,
he gets a belt, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the risk type of thing, the risk reward type of thing. I'm like I said, I'm late in my career right now. So yeah, like for me, at first it didn't make sense because yeah, he didn't have nothing to offer. Now if he still don't have nothing to offer, but if he does get that belt off of Matias, then he'll have something to offer. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll be like, all right, you have to reconsider things because now he has something to offer to you. So we'll see.
if you had a hit list, like if everything went your way, right? What
Mm-hmm.
would that hit list be?
I want the people with the belts, bro. It's always gonna change. Like right now, Matias got another belt. Me and Matias had history. We was supposed to fight a long time ago. Matias, I had history. Really, I had history with everybody. If you think about it, bro, I had history with me and Matias. Then went back and forth. Me and Tio then went back and forth. Um, Hitchinson that went back and forth before. Who else has a belt? It's
Swarm.
for
Do you you had you had you had
And Garrett
you
Russell.
had a history with
I
Swarms
don't
as
think
well?
I ever did before, but he got a belt. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like whatever, bro. Yeah, like for me, if whoever got the belt, that's why that's why I fight and stuff like that. But um, every time, like I said, every time something does change, because a few months ago, not even that. I mean, Matias just won the belt last night. Before he had the belt, I was like, I ain't really care. And then he got the belt, and it's like, all right, we gonna fight Matias. And then he lost the belt, like, I want to fight Pyro, and now he got the belt again. So it's like, it'll be back on Matias. So that's kind of for me, bro. Belts and money. That's it.
What's the most attractive fight for you and the fans when it comes to stylistic matchups with you?
Probably Teal. I mean, I would Teal because me and Teal got a history, and Teal is if you want to put it's really no one guy at 140, but if you want to put it, I think you got to say Teal because he had the belt. I think he had the belt for the longest, and he did beat the man. Basically, he beat Josh Taylor for that belt at that time. So you would have to say you were out for me. Like I said, I want to do the same thing. Ross said, King of the Hill type of thing. So yeah, like Teal is. I think Teal. If you had to give somebody the best at 40, you have to say you can't say he is because he never fought those other champions before, but still right now you just got I think you got to say
Mm,
him.
mm, okay. Now, stylistically, do you feel like that's more the fan-friendly type of a fight as well, or is this more just off of name sake
Kind
alone?
of off a name. I think off a name, I got a name, he got a big name. Really nobody else that has the belts have a name like that. Stylistically, probably me and Matias. Really, because we gonna bang it out. We gonna go and we gonna fight each other stylistically. But as far as name wise, it'll be Teal. That'll bring more. I think they could bring more fans and stuff like that. It'll probably be me and Teal.
So let's jump right into yesterday's fights. What do you think about Matias and Puello's fight yesterday?
I thought Puello won, to be honest. I really thought Puello won that fight. I think it was like Teal was. I mean, I said Teal. Matias was walking down. He was walking him down a lot, but he was just walking. He was kind of walking into a lot of stuff. Puello kind of kept him off. Matias was hitting a lot of. He was. Puello was blocking a lot of stuff. He was, hitting elbows and hitting the gloves and stuff like that. So, but he was just he kept constant pressure, but he kept walking forward, and maybe that's what the judges like. But for me, I thought that Puello kind of edged it out, and then Puello was a champion too, so I felt like he edged it out.
Now, some people are saying, "Hey, this was a robbery." Some people saying, "No way," because it was that close.
It's
What
not
do
a
you think?
rob. And I think everybody can say a robbery. It's not a robbery, bro. I mean, you can't say it's a robbery. I mean, and then the thing is, like, as we all know, bro, it's always different from watching it on TV and then being there. So I heard the commentators they did, but the commentators did say they thought Puello won the fight too, but it wasn't a robbery. I can't say it wasn't like Puello just blew him out the water. Like, oh, it was, it was like that. But nah, I can't say it was a robbery, but it was I just thought that Puello won, but it wasn't a robbery, because Matias did, he kept walking him down, but it's just like he wasn't landing the cleaner shots. That's all.
Mhm. Um, now that Matias holds this title, and they were talking about making Dalton Smith. I mean, what do you think about the reaction of just Turkey coming into the ring and just telling Matias who he's fighting next?
Listen, bro, Turkey, I think, man, Turkey is he kind of like a savior for boxing, bro, because he making the fighters fight. He really is. He's like, even like you looking at that sparring club stuff. You know what I'm saying? You looking at that the Box Raw sparring club. He making, bro. He's Turkey putting boxing on the map. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, you got to fight these people. I mean, why not? He gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting paid good, so why not? I think that it could be a little frustrating to fighters. Be like, oh, you got to fight this person and stuff. But at the same time, bro, if dude paying that big money, shit, you gotta do it. That's what you got. This what we doing. This what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So I think he is a. It's like damn it. It's like he damn it like a savior for boxing right now. Cause it's no. It's like it's no running around, no ducking and all that type of stuff. You gotta shit. You got a belt. You gotta fight this person.
Tell me, what do you think about Dalton Smith, and what do you think about that matchup with him and Subriel Matias?
I think Dalton gonna beat Matias. I think Dalton is. And I I I kind of watched him a little bit because they were saying, I was maybe gonna fight him, but I mean he didn't have that many fights. So, but I did watch him a little bit at one point in time. Um, but it's like he kind of got a style like power, like power a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he can move, but he has more power. So power will beat Matias, and I think that Dalton will probably do the same thing because Dalton does have feet. Dalton has feet, and to beat somebody like a Matias, you have to have good feet and then some power. I think that Puello didn't, he didn't use his feet as much, and he probably don't have that much power. But I think that Dalton Smith has more power and he has good footwork. So I would lean more towards Dalton Smith in that fight.
See, like once again, you feel like these belts really don't have a king. They don't really have an owner.
They don't, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's for me. Like every time we talk, it's gonna be somebody different every time because it is, bro. Like every time the belt they change hands. They always change the hands and stuff like that. So the person that held the belt the longest is Teal. That's it. That's the only person that held the belt the longest. Nobody else. Nobody else. Everybody else is newly. Everybody else is new owners of the belts.
Now we had Shakur